I was never the kind of guy to have many friends. I've had a few friends that I'm really close to for as long as I can remember. I don't mind other people at all, even if they're not worth my time. I get along well with most of them, and I would probably be described as fun and social by others. I'm usually not interested in forming close relationships, however, and last week my approach to friends was re-evaluated. I'd been friends with my 3 closest friends for about 10 years now. We all met at school and stayed loyal. About a year, however, one of them started bringing this guy named Tom wherever we'd meet. At first, I wasn't too sure about him because I didn't feel like I could be open to myself when needed. He just didn't seem to be good enough for us. The feeling quickly faded. Tom turned out to be one of the kindest people I've ever met, and after a few months, I considered him a real friend. I could talk to him. I could be open about my feelings. Something you don't often see in male friends, and I could also have a lot of fun with him. I started thinking that this could be the perfect guy. I would later turn out he wasn't. One day, when it was just the 2 of us, he told me that he had a secret, something he had never told anyone, and it could get him into real trouble if he told anyone. But he trusted me. So, I'm a curious guy. Whenever someone starts a story, I can't really handle not hearing the rest, so I insisted that he should tell me. He hesitated, but after some convincing, told me the story of how when he was 6, he accidentally killed his older sister. He tripped over something while running around with a knife, and it just went right into her heart. He didn't really face any real consequences, as he was far too young to go to prison. His parents, however, they blamed him. They blamed him every single day and would completely neglect him. He said that it didn't bother him and that he didn't have any memories of his childhood except for when he stabbed his sister. It was still so clear in his mind, he said, but before I could say anything, he stopped me. No need to make me feel better. I'm still riding the high from that day. I didn't really know how to respond, so I nervously laughed, hoping he was joking. No, really, he continued. It's not going to last much longer. And then he looked me straight in the eyes. Are you with me? He asked. I didn't know what to say. I wanted to get up and run, but before I could, he burst out in laughing. He started making fun of me for being gullible and believing such a ridiculous story. I had been so on edge that this relief made me laugh. I laughed a lot, and we had a good day after that. A week or so goes by, and he messages me. Ready to stab Maya? I sent him some laughing emojis and a knife in response. I put my phone away and continued working on the painting I just started. I continued to do so for a good hour, but then he called me. I hesitated. I had really gotten into the flow and the painting was starting to take shape. I decided to let the phone ring and kept painting. But then he called me again. And again. And again. Until I eventually decided to pick up. Hey Tom, what's up? But it wasn't Tom. At the other side of the line. It was Maya. She sounded out of breath, barely able to form a sentence. Help me. Please. Help me. I told her to calm down and asked her what happened. He took me to his house. Tom took me. I immediately jumped up and put on my shoes. I told her to stay on the phone and that I'd be there soon. Tom didn't live very far from me. No one did. I'm from a really small town where nothing is farther than a 10-minute drive away. On my way, however, Tom sent me another message, this time with a picture. It was Maya. She was tied up and had a knife against her throat. I couldn't reply because I was driving, but I did speed up. The speed limit didn't exist to me anymore. When I finally got to Tom's house, I took the key from under his doormat and rushed in. I didn't see or hear anyone. Come out, Tom. I yelled as loudly as I could. Where are you? I picked up a knife from his kitchen and slowly crept through a dark house when suddenly I heard a loud yell behind me. I jumped and fell over in fear. My other 2 friends, Sarah and David, came running out of nowhere. The lights switched on, they started laughing, and then Tom dragged Maya in on her chair, both in tears from laughter too. We got you good, didn't we? Maya said. I was in disbelief. I asked what the story with Tom's sister. All fake, he said. Decided to prank you. But he was lying. I could see it in his face. From the emotionless smile to the deep, cold eyes. He just wanted us all together here so he could get rid of all of us at the same time. Fake knife, too, he said. He brought it close to Maya's throat again, and they all started laughing. He went on to release Maya from her chair, and we all went to the living room. I hid the knife in my sleeve. Drinks, anyone? Sal offered. I said I'd help him out. No, it's fine, he said, but I insisted. I had to be alone with him, and this is my chance. I followed him to the kitchen where the cutlery drawer was, still open. They asked him why he had pranked me. He said that it just seemed funny, and that I was the only one that would believe such a story like that. I helped him make the drinks in silence. He didn't seem to notice how annoyed I was. When we were done, he asked me to get the others. When I turned away from him to do so, I heard him moving. He opened something, followed by a sizzling noise. He was going to drug us, and I had to act before it was too late. I pulled the knife from my sleeve and jumped on top of him, stabbing him in the neck. Before you could make a noise, he was dead on the floor. I'm not sure what happened after that. Everything went blank. The police are at my house, trying to get in, and my friends hate me. I will turn myself in now, and they will probably never know that I saved their lives. But that's okay, because they're all safe.